Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And here we have an article from CNET. I will leave a link to it in the description down below. So the title states T-Mobile's merger with Sprint, everything that's changed 3 years later. So now what I wanted to speak on is now that, the Sprint systems are very close to being shut down. T-Mobile is now the one company, the new T-Mobile. They have been there for a while, but there's still been some Sprint churn that they had to deal with, and they were calling that out on the earnings call. They called it Sprint churn, even though they were already a merged company or in the process of integrating. So now that can no longer be used as an excuse. Now T-Mobile has to put on their big boy pants. Right now it's all going to be T-Mobile, and anything that could be potentially negative, that reflects negative on them, is now going to be them. They can no longer use that Sprint churn or whatever as an excuse. Now everything is going to be very important for this new company, the new T-Mobile. And moving forward, the network expansion, even if they do it smartly, or like Mike Sievert recently said, in pockets, expand in pockets, they have to do so very effectively. They know they have to do it smartly. They have to do it with profit and margins in mind, and that could potentially lead to strong competition even in suburban, small, rural areas as well. I know we've already been talking about that T-Mobile is already at 16.5% share, but there's more for them to get. And until they get even deeper in that network expansion, AT&T and Verizon are not really going to feel threatened. Once T-Mobile really fully expands and they get to that 20% share and beyond, that's when I think AT&T and Verizon are going to make some serious changes to their wireless segment of the business, and even enterprise too, because once you can serve those factories that are more in small markets, rural areas, and T-Mobile can start really taking those bigger enterprise companies, that's when T-Mobile is really going to make a dent in Verizon and AT&T's market share on enterprise and business, government as well. So T-Mobile has a lot of upside, huge headroom, but they got to do it smartly and they got to do it effectively. I still think T-Mobile will eventually have to raise their capex, and I think we will see that happen eventually. I think they said they would remain 9 to 10 billion run rate, but I think eventually we will see more capex going into the business, very smartly, of course, and a big part of that I think will be millimeter wave. I think that will eventually get extra capital dedicated to it, and T-Mobile will figure out how the economics work. I think they're probably studying that now. At least that's what I'm hearing. And they're trying to see if it makes economically, if that makes sense for them to spend that extra capital and make profit off of that millimeter wave. And of course, further densifying, as we recently saw, they have about a 60,000 small cell backlog with Crown Castle. So let me know what you think about that in the comment section down below. Look forward to reading your comments. Make sure you guys stay tuned to the channel for more. See y'all in the next one. Peace.